Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Wake Up Wednesdays. So, wake up. These Wake Up Wednesdays are an opportunity for us to reinvigorate one another, for us to recharge, to pick our heads up midweek and make sure we're tracking towards our GSD list, which is a get stuff done list, which track towards our outcomes and making sure we're tracking towards plan. So if you're like me and the week gets away from you because people are calling you, people are pinging you, there's information in your query system, people are texting you, they're sending you messages, and all of these things will allow, unfortunately, the week to get away from us. So this is an opportunity for us to re-engage, to pick our heads up and wake up. So welcome to Wake Up Wednesdays, everyone. I want to talk to you this week about an article I posted in the group chat entitled, What is the Holy Trinity for a Digital Transformation? And for some of you, you may be thinking, well, Mark, what do you mean by digital transformation? What is a digital transformation? So I like to give the example of Blockbuster Video and Netflix. So if you remember the nostalgia of going to a Blockbuster Video like I do, it was an amazing customer experience. And when you look at things through the lens of what is the customer's experience, are they having an amazing, are they having an enhanced experience? I would argue, and most of the people I've talked to about this throughout the years, because I know that Blockbuster is a dated reference, but it's a classic, would argue that the customer experience inside of Blockbuster Video from the moment you walked in was an enhanced customer experience, whether that be walking around and being able to tangibly look at the box and read the summary and look at the back, or talk to the customer service reps there that got to know you and would make recommendations based on what you like, or even smelling the popcorn. Certain Blockbusters had fresh popcorn they would make in the back or the side. So it really elevated all of the experiences. But the digital transformation we're referring to is what Netflix did to the industry and to the Blockbuster. So Netflix came in and Netflix didn't say, we want to sell customers VHS tapes. We want to sell customers DVDs. Netflix says, we want to give customers media on demand and to customize that media based on their preference for the best price point and get them that media as fast as possible. And within a very short amount of time, Netflix actually contributed to putting Blockbuster Video out of business. So that's what we mean by a digital transformation and why it's so important to make sure that your business or your organization, whether you're small, medium, or large, is part of a digital transformation and making sure you're doing the right things within the digital transformation. So once again, going to what is the holy trinity of that digital transformation? And it's three very important things. That first thing is a product-based operating model that is founded in agile or large scale agile at an enterprise framework known as SAFe. It is making sure you are utilizing artificial intelligence and automation, and it is making sure that all of your data is in a centralized, safe, and secure place so that you can have correlations in data to do forward-looking analysis, and that's using cloud-based computing. So that's a product-based operating model funded in Agile or SAFe. That's artificial intelligence and automation, and that is cloud-based computing. So let's talk about each one very quickly and why it's so important for you and your organization or your small business. So the first one, a product-based operating model founded in Agile. What does that mean? Once again, when we think about products, when we think about tangible products, because those are easy to conceptualize, like a Blockbuster videotape versus a digital product, which is a little harder to conceptualize for some of us, especially for the older folks like myself. A product-based operating model means that we put the customer first. We see things through the lens of the customer, and we think about what's the delivery that we're giving to the customer? What's the product we've curated for them to give them an enhanced experience so that it's a product-based operating model. And the way that we operate or the way that we conduct our business is based around that model. When we say founded in Agile or founded in SAFe, and SAFe is just a fancy acronym for Scalable Agile at the framework or enterprise level, meaning if you're working in a business or a team and you're working with 3 or more teams, you should be using something that is scalable, that you can scale across those teams to help them better integrate your product, iterate your product over time. There are principles for Agile and there are principles for SAFe. I would definitely recommend that you can look those things up. You can use your favorite search engine. You can use your favorite generative AI tool to look up what those principles are and give you the summary. So I'll save you and not have to read those 20 different plus principles to you. But the purpose is those principles help to guide this process where you're working with different teams, design teams, development teams, customer interacting teams, product managers, to iterate the product to get the best customer experience possible. The next thing is artificial intelligence and automation. Once you've adopted a product-based operating model founded in Agile or founded in SAFe, you want to make sure that you have all of your processes mapped out. Now, you can go old school like me and do this on a whiteboard where you draw these things out, where you use stickies, or you can do this on a digital whiteboard. But it's very important that you map out all of the processes, all of the logistics, and you think about how can I use technology as a tool to augment my team? How do I take the people in my team, in my business, in my organization, and help them to be better? And the way that you do that is by first identifying what every single person, every single department does by mapping out those workflows, identifying redundancies, identifying deficiencies, looking at processes and saying, maybe there's redundancy here for the purpose of control, for the purpose of regulatory, so maybe we need to keep it this way, or maybe we don't. But once you map that out and have discussions around it with your key stakeholders, you can then bring in automation, you can bring in intelligence. So the classic example I like to use where generative AI can add the most amount of value for your business is across sales, customer service, and billing. Now, these are 3 very general terms because it can do much more than this. But from a sales perspective, imagine your salesperson having a conversation with your client. And as your client is asking questions, the AIA, the artificial intelligence assistant, is pulling up data real time based on what they're saying, providing the salesperson with additional factual information that they can provide to the client based on what they choose to select. This is a classic example how AIAs, artificial intelligence assistants, can help your sales teams. Your customer service teams, it's the same thing. As they're interacting with customers, the AIs can pull up past interactions, past preferences, and help guide the customer service people to give customers the best possible experience. And then lastly, billing. If you have a traditional table-like billing structure where there's finances or economics put inside of a table, your AI can read that structured data very easy. It can automatically pay out bills, chase up clients that haven't paid out bills. It can take care of the majority of your billing, where now your team can step in from more of a managerial perspective and oversee the process instead of having to do this manual process. Now, AIAs can do much more than that, but the key takeaway I'd love for you guys to get is the second part of this holy trinity is the automation, mapping it out and thinking about how we can use artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI to make our business, to make our people better. And then lastly is this concept of securing all of our data in one place. So whether you are in finance, whether you are in healthcare, whether you are in technology, whether you are in logistics, some portion of your business or your organization, if not the majority of your business, is centered around data. If your data is all over the place, it could very much be secure in different places. But by having an opportunity to have it all in a central place, all secured, you can now have analysis on this data. You can do things like have synthetic data, which is augmenting your data to not reveal any of the customer or client sensitive information to then run forward looking analysis on where you might be in 3, 6, 9 months from now if you keep on the current track. So this is the holy trinity of a digital transformation. Once again, a product-based operating model founded in Agile or SAFe, using automated workflows, mapping those out first, and then using generative AI and machine learning to augment your team to make them even better, to make them superheroes, and then making sure all of your data is safe and secure inside of a hybrid environment where you have public information, you have private information, but in a cloud-based environment so that you can run analytics on this data to do forward-looking analysis or even looking back to provide insights into that data. And once again, we use the example of Blockbuster Video. And even though Blockbuster Video had an enhanced and a wonderful customer experience by Netflix offering content on demand to its customers, it was a large part of putting them out of business. So you don't want to be in that situation. So I hope you guys took this opportunity to enjoy thinking about digital transformations, working towards the future in your business. And these Wake Up Wednesdays are an opportunity for us to lift our heads up, to not let the week get away from us, and wake up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for the time. I look forward to continuing the conversation again. Please feel free to reach out to me. Give me a call sometime. I'd love to help you. Drop a comment, and let's continue the conversation. Okay, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.